Welcome. My name is Bob Tickleman. I'm a Microsoft technical trainer, and I'm excited to be your guide to this delivery of what you want to know when you want to know it. Welcome to the module Planning with DevOps. By engaging with this material, you'll gain valuable insights into how DevOps can transform your planning processes and improve your overall project outcomes. You'll learn how to foster a collaborative culture, implement effective planning practices, and leverage automation to achieve more efficient and reliable software delivery. This knowledge will empower you to foster DevOps culture, plan with GitHub Projects, implement agile practices, optimize application lifecycle, and enhance collaboration and efficiency. By the end of this module, you'll have a solid foundation in DevOps planning principles and practices, enabling you to drive continuous improvement and deliver high-quality software more efficiently. Let's get into this. DevOps culture encompasses the human and organizational factors that impact software development and delivery. While it's up to each organization to implement its own variation of a DevOps culture, there should always be some common elements. DevOps culture should be centered around fostering collaboration, transparency, and shared responsibility among all teams involved in the software development lifecycle. This culture should emphasize the continuous learning, agility, and automation to deliver high-quality software effectively and efficiently. For example, at Microsoft, we build mutual respect by having teams operate using a code of ethics based on mutual respect and a blameless culture. Collaborative ownership of issues and identifying improvement opportunities are key. We clearly define roles and responsibilities where decision-making should be democratic but structured to ensure efficiency. Someone must be responsible for making the final decision based on the presented evidence. We facilitate continuous learning and improvement by establishing architectural review boards and centers of excellence to develop and maintain best practices. Team members should be specialists in their functions and generalists in others to support each other. We commit to optimization by regularly reviewing standard operation procedures, applying creative thinking, and seeking areas of improvement driven by business and customer needs. We embrace safe experimentation, whereby we develop means for testing and evaluating new functionality in isolation from the production environment and delivering innovative solutions in compliance with safe development practices. Key aspects of Microsoft culture are learn once and share, drive with data, automate everything, use telemetry to drive decisions, embrace failure, root cause is key, lock down the environment, monitor everything, plan for scale, live site first, detect before customers, and configuration as code. DevOps practices are essential for modern software development and operations. Over the next two screens, we'll focus on 6 important topics. Starting with continuous monitoring, which is the practice of continuously observing your systems and applications to ensure they are running smoothly and efficiently. It involves collecting and analyzing data from various sources such as logs, metrics, and traces to detect issues and optimize performance. Imagine you're running a web application. Continuous monitoring tools like Azure Monitor can track metrics such as CPU usage, memory consumption, and response times. If any anomalies are detected, alerts can be triggered to notify the operations team, allowing them to quickly investigate and resolve issues. This helps maintain high availability and performance for your users. Next is continuous security. Also known as DevSecOps, it integrates security practices into the DevOps workflow. It ensures that security is considered at the early stages of the development's lifecycle, from code development to deployment and beyond. This approach helps identify and mitigate security risks early, reducing the likelihood of vulnerabilities in production. For a cloud-based application, continuous security practices might include automated security scans during the CI/CD pipeline, regular vulnerability assessments, and real-time threat detection. Tools like Microsoft Defender for Cloud can provide continuous monitoring and threat detection, helping to protect your applications from potential attack. Thirdly, infrastructure as code, or IaaC, which is a practice that involves managing and provisioning infrastructure through code rather than manual processes. This approach ensures consistency, repeatability, and scalability in deploying and managing infrastructure. IaaC allows you to define your infrastructure using code which can be versioned and tested and deployed just like application code. Using tools like Terraform or Azure Resource Manager, the ARM templates, you can define your entire infrastructure as code. For example, you can create a script to provision virtual machines, storage accounts, and networking components. This script can be stored in version control systems, allowing you to track changes and roll back if needed. IaaC makes it easy to replicate environments, ensuring consistency across development, test, and production. DevOps practices such as continuous monitoring, continuous security, and infrastructure as code are essential for building reliable, secure, and scalable applications. By integrating these practices into your DevOps workflows, you can ensure that your systems are always running optimally, secure from threats, and easily manageable. Moving on, next we have version control, which is the practice of managing changes to source code over time. It allows multiple developers to collaborate on a project, track changes, and revert to previous versions if needed. Version control systems such as Git provide a centralized repository where all code changes are stored and managed. Imagine you're working on a large-scale web application with a team of developers. By using a version control system like Git, each developer can work on their own branch, make changes, and then merge their code into the main branch. This ensures that all changes are tracked, conflicts are resolved, and the code base remains stable. Continuous delivery, or CD, is the practice of automatically preparing code changes for release to production. It builds upon CI by ensuring that every change that passes the automated tests is deployable. CD involves automated deployment pipelines that take code from version control through to production. For an e-commerce platform, a CD pipeline can automate the deployment process, ensuring that new features and bug fixes are deployed to production quickly and reliably. This reduces the time to market and allows the team to respond to customer feedback more effectively. Continuous integration and testing involves integrating code changes frequently and running automated tests to validate the changes. This practice helps catch defects early, reduces integration problems, and ensures that the code base is always in a releasable state. In a microservices architecture, continuous integration and testing can involve running integration tests to ensure that different services work together as expected. By automating these tests, the team can quickly identify and resolve issues, maintaining the overall stability of the system. Agile is a methodology that emphasizes iterative development, collaboration, and flexibility. When combined with DevOps, it creates a powerful approach to delivering high-quality software quickly and effectively. Agile brings several key benefits to DevOps, enhancing the overall development and operational process. Agile promotes close collaboration between development and operations teams. This helps break down silos and ensures that everyone is working towards the same goal. By fostering a culture of collaboration, teams can quickly address issues and implement changes. Agile's iterative approach allows teams to deliver small, incremental updates to software. This means that features and improvements can be released more frequently, providing value to users faster. Continuous feedback from users helps teams make informed decisions and prioritize work effectively. Agile methodologies are designed to be flexible and adaptable. This is particularly valuable in a DevOps environment where requirements and priorities can change rapidly. Agile allows teams to respond to changes quickly, ensuring that the software remains aligned with business needs. Agile practices such as continuous integration and automated testing help ensure that code is always in a deployable state. This reduces the risk of defects and improves the overall quality of the software. By catching issues early, teams can address them before they become a major problem. Let's consider an example of an e-commerce platform that adopts Agile and DevOps practices. The development team at an e-commerce company uses Agile methodologies to manage their work. They hold regular sprint planning meetings to prioritize tasks and set goals for each iteration. By using continuous integration and automated testing, they ensure that their code is always in a deployable state. The operations teams collaborates closely with the developers, providing feedback on the performance and reliability. When a new feature, such as a personalized recommendation engine, is ready to be deployed, the team can quickly release it to production. They gather feedback from the users and make iterative improvements based on the real-world usage. This agile approach allows the company to deliver new features faster, responding to customer needs, and maintain a high level of quality. Agile promotes iterative development, which leads us to the next item, Scrum, which facilitates agile philosophies where work is divided into short cycles called sprints, typically lasting 2 to 4 weeks. So what is Scrum? Scrum is a lightweight agile project management framework primarily used for software development. It describes an iterative and incremental approach to delivering work and solve problems across various industries and fields. The main components of the Scrum framework include roles such as the Scrum Master, who facilitates the process and ensures the team follows Scrum practices. The product owner is the stakeholder and is responsible for maximizing the value of the product. The Scrum team is comprised of a cross-functional group that works on delivering the product increment. Artifacts are the product backlog, which is a prioritized list of all the tasks, requirements, features, enhancements, and bug fixes needed for the product. It serves as a single source of requirements for any changes to be made to the product. The sprint backlog is a subset of the product backlog items, selected for a sprint along with a plan for delivering them. The increment, which is the sum of all the product backlog items completed during a sprint and all previous sprints. Events are the sprint, which is a time-boxed period, usually 2 to 4 weeks, during which a potentially shippable product increment is created. Sprint planning is a meeting where the Scrum team plans the work to be performed during the sprint. The daily stand-up, which is a short daily meeting where the team synchronizes activities and plan for the next 24 hours. The sprint review, which is a meeting at the end of the sprint to inspect the increment and adapt the product backlog if needed. And the sprint retrospective, which is a meeting after the sprint review to reflect on the past sprint and identify improvements for the next sprint. Kanban is a visual workflow management method that helps teams improve efficiency and productivity by visualizing work, limiting work in progress, and optimizing flow. Kanban originated from lean manufacturing and has been widely adopted in Agile and DevOps practices. It focuses on continuous delivery and improvement, making it an ideal fit for DevOps, which aims to bridge the gap between development and operations. Kanban uses a board with columns representing different stages of the workflow. Tasks are represented by cards that move across the board as they progress. By setting WIP limits, teams can prevent bottlenecks and ensure a smooth flow of work. Monitoring the flow of tasks helps identify areas of improvement and optimize the process. Clearly defined policies and guidelines ensure everyone understands how work is managed. Regular reviews and feedback sessions help teams continuously improve their process. Teams work together to identify and implement improvements, and the visual nature of Kanban boards provides transparency, allowing the teams to see the status of tasks at a glance. By limiting WIP and management flow, teams can reduce cycle times and deliver value faster. Kanban is adaptable and can be easily integrated with existing processes, making it suitable for dynamic environments. Imagine a software development team working on a new feature. They can use a Kanban board with columns for to do, in progress, code review, testing, and done. Each task is represented by a card that moves across the board as it progresses. By limiting the number of tasks in the in progress column, the team ensures that they are not overwhelmed and can focus on the completing of tasks efficiently. Regular stand-up meetings and reviews help the team identify bottlenecks and make necessary adjustments to improve their workflow. Kanban is a powerful tool that complements agile and DevOps practices, providing visibility, improving efficiency, and fostering a culture of continuous improvement. By adopting Kanban, teams enhance their workflow and deliver value more efficiently. GitHub Projects is a tool that helps teams plan, track, and manage their work using a flexible and visual approach. GitHub Projects integrates seamlessly with GitHub repositories, making it an ideal choice for teams practicing Agile and DevOps. It provides a visual interface for managing tasks, tracking progress, and collaborating effectively. GitHub Projects uses Kanban style boards to visualize work. Columns represent different stages of the workflow, and cards represent tasks that move across the board as they progress. Teams can create custom workflows to match their specific process and needs. GitHub Projects integrates with GitHub issues and pull requests, allowing teams to link tasks directly to code changes and track progress in real time. GitHub Projects supports automation to streamline repetitive tasks and keep the board up to date. Teams can collaborate on tasks, leave comments, and update statuses, ensuring everybody stays informed. GitHub Projects brings several benefits to DevOps practices. The visual nature of GitHub Projects provides transparency, allowing teams to see the status of a task and code changes at a glance. Integration of GitHub repositories and real-time updates facilitates better collaboration between developers and the operations teams. Customizable workflows and automation help streamline processes, reduce manual effort, and improve overall efficiency. And the ability to track tasks and code changes in one place supports continuous delivery and the iterative approach. Imagine a DevOps team working on a new feature deployment. They use a GitHub project board with columns for backlog, in progress, code review, testing, and done. Each task is represented by a card linked to a GitHub issue or pull request. As tasks progress, they move across the board, providing a clear view of the current status. Automation rules update the board based on changes in the repository, such as moving a card to code review when a pull request is opened. This integration ensures that the team can track both tasks and code changes effectively, leading to faster and more reliable deployments. In this module, we covered fostering a DevOps culture by building mutual respect among teams, defining roles and responsibilities, facilitating continuous learning and improvement, committing to optimization based on business and customer needs, and embracing safe experimentation. By promoting collaboration, automation, and a mindset of continuous improvement, organizations can achieve faster, more reliable, and customer-centric software delivery. The module also covered agile methodologies such as Scrum and Kanban, which provide frameworks for managing work and solving problems in iterative cycles. Scrum uses fixed-length sprints to define roles and ceremonies, while Kanban operates on a continuous flow model and allows teams to adapt their own processes. The main takeaways from this module are the fostering of the DevOps culture requirements of focusing on collaboration, automation, and continuous improvement. By implementing agile methodologies like Scrum and Kanban, organizations can effectively manage work and solve problems in iterative cycles. Additionally, incorporating DevOps practices such as version control, continuous integration and testing, continuous delivery, continuous monitoring, continuous security, and infrastructure as code can streamline the software development and delivery process. I hope you enjoyed this module, and I look forward to seeing you in another module.